Hello everyone, welcome to my office. I'm Dr. Steph Voss, a chiropractor in Grand Marais, Minnesota, and I've got your back. Today we're gonna have sweet, soft feet. So we're gonna do a little foot massage together. Nothing too major, but this is really great to do regularly. We're on our feet a lot, and especially this originally came out in the springtime so that you could get your feet ready after being in heavy winter boots to start being a little bit more pliable, more barefoot and sandal time ahead. But really, this is just a sweet thing to do at the end of any day that you're on your feet a lot, or just because. So this video is meant for you to follow along, so let's get started. You can pick whichever foot you like. And we're gonna start by just tracing up and out on the sole of the foot. So coming up the midline, spreading out towards the edges, up to the midline, spreading out. And do that once or twice more, using your thumbs to trace those little arcs. Then take each of these sort of knuckles of your foot, and we're just gonna wiggle them apart. So wiggle the toes apart at the very base of the toes. Wiggle, wiggle. Feeling for those bones, seeing how much movement there is in between the toes. Then giving each toe a little squeeze and lengthen. Squeeze and lengthen, toe by toe. Then we're gonna use our fingertips on the top of the foot to trace the muscles in between these long bones of the feet. So I'm just putting my fingertips in that space. This always feels pretty tender, but pretty good for me. One at a time, one little groove at a time. So now I'm between my third and fourth toes, and between my fourth and fifth toes. I'm gonna come up and do a couple of traces right along the arch of the foot. So just from your heel towards your big toe, a couple of passes just on the arch. And then trying to give the whole foot a squeeze, especially around the front of the ankle and the back of the heel. A good squeeze of your heel, squish, 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 the front of the ankle. And then just a good compression all the way down to the toes and back in. That feels pretty nice. Let's go to the other foot. You do the same thing, starting at the heel, spreading out. Using the thumbs to trace those lines up and out. Then at the base of each toe, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just seeing how much movement there can be across the ball of the foot there, where all these toes come together. Each toe gets a little squeeze and lengthen. Then trace your fingers down these grooves between the long bones on the top of your foot. So starting between my first and second toe, between the second and third, between the third and the fourth. And this feels good on yourself, and it also is a sweet little pattern that you can learn and do for a friend at the end of a hiking trip, or a sweetie housemate at the end of the day. Then we're gonna take a couple passes right along the arch. So just from that inside arch of the foot, I like to do 3, 4, with really special care for the arch of the foot. Then one hand on your heel, a good squeeze on the base of the heel and the back of the heel, as well as the top of the foot here. So giving those a good squeeze, then coming up and squeezing the top of the ankle, back of the Achilles. And then just some big hugs all the way towards the toes, and then back up towards the center of the body, up working towards the ankle. And there you have it. Thanks so much for taking good care of yourself. If you have any questions, you can reach out through my website, drstephvoss.com, or make an appointment, come in. There's lots we can do for feet and ankles, so happy to be a resource in any way that I can. But I really appreciate you taking care of yourself. Bodies are meant to be enjoyed, and they're so much more enjoyable when we can just put a little bit of love back into our bodies. So thanks for taking the time, and I'll see you next time.